Hi, this is James from Drone Deer Services. This is kind of a contrast mission. I do a morning flight just after sunrise with temperatures at 36 degrees, and then I do an evening flight just after sunset in the same area. Found some interesting thing that I thought I'd share. Here I am hovered above kind of a bedding area, browsing area with a bunch of deer trails. You'll see a redneck blind coming up. There it is, and kind of a mixed area, residential, light industry, this kind of patch of woods, and some ag fields. So kind of had to gain some altitude here to get over this tree. I was flying at relatively low levels because of the restrictions, because of a local airstrip. But came down to this field edge, this inside corner, and found something interesting. And you'll see that as I kind of pivot to the left. And there's the inside field edge, and I'll zoom in here with what I found. I did not find it until I used IR, but here I am kind of flying the same mission in IR. So, uh, same deal, the redneck blind's going to come up. You can very easily see the creek or ditch that runs through here. All those kind of like white looking things that look like veins are actual deer trails. Very easy to see with the Mavic 3T. There's the redneck blind. Not hard at all to see. You'll see some other man-made structures coming up, and they'll kind of give you an idea of what's actually in this kind of a wood lot. I'm not sure, how these things were discarded. You'll see an old bridge kind of going across the ditch or creek. And as we come up further, you'll see another redneck blind and another rectangular item. I'm not sure what it actually is. But with the IR mode, you can tell what things are, man-made or natural. That big rectangle there along the road is definitely some man-made structure. There's the blind in the lower left-hand corner. And then here, IR-wise, is a animal. I'm assuming it's a deer. It may be a cow. It's large. But it's on this inside corner, and quite interesting. All these deer trails are coming down here. And I'll kind of give you a better look at the animal coming up. But it was kind of nice flying in the morning, flying in the evening, same location, and look kind of checking out to see what I could see. Here I am zoomed in on the actual animal. You can see it is a whitetail. She is not bothered at all by the drone, no impact at all, not disturbing this animal. Looks like she was lactating, possibly, maybe very pregnant, and zoomed away. You can't see her at all, and it's kind of a testament to how well the wildlife blend in. I'm going to pan up here and kind of follow the two track along this transition line. Can't really see anything in this mode, but I'll shift back to IR mode and you'll kind of see the benefits once again of just using the infrared mode to find things that are giving off a thermal signature. Coming up here, now shifted to IR mode. I've left the deer. As I pan up and move forward to the west, you will see heat signatures coming off of items. The items are both man-made and natural, so we'll get a look at those. But that kind of bright object on the left, and I'm in white hot mode, is an actual drain, whether it's a field tile or a storm drain, because I'm very close to a city. In fact, I'm within a half mile from I-75. But you'll see some less hot items here that are not kind of rigid in structure. They don't look man-made. There's a lot of bunnies, groundhogs on this area. I'm assuming these smaller white items would be bunnies or groundhogs. A bird flies through, which is pretty cool. But this is kind of what you can see just within 10 minutes of being in the sky with the Mavic 3T. And we'll get a little bit closer look at these items coming out of IR mode so you kind of understand what I saw. Here's the actual drain kind of cover. I'm assuming this is kind of a municipal drain. Could be a farmer, I'm not sure, but here's where we're bouncing back and forth. I wanted to explore these two white items here. They looked non-man-made, and I thought they might have been bunnies or groundhogs, but I learned something on this trip. What it actually is a groundhog burrow system, I believe. Could be rabbits, could be fox, could be coyotes. All of those are in this area, but I'm assuming groundhogs. And there's the two holes, and they were giving off thermal signatures because of the heat, coming from whatever's inside or the absorption of the heat during the previous day. On the evening mission, I flew right after sunset, kind of looking in the same area, and the doe was not in that inside corner as I found her in the morning, but I did find these animals out in the field. I'm going to focus on these three, and then you'll see a couple more further up in the upper left-hand corner. I didn't venture up that far, but as I come up on these animals, you can see they're kind of grazing in the field, flying pretty low, less than 200 feet. I'm not disturbing them at all. They're not running off. There was that additional deer in the upper left. And kind of cool, I'm going to shift from different IR modes here so you can see that. And another interesting thing, I'm either seeing maybe a deer urinating or pooping and then leaving the urine or the poop behind them. But you'll kind of get a look at that, and it's pretty cool. And it looks like a deer might be coming down to actually sniff the urine or the poop. But we'll kind of, this coming up, and we'll kind of see how that works. But here I'm in white hot mode, and I'm going to shift as I get a little bit kind of above these animals. They're just grazing along right at, just after sunset. And again, it was like a CRP field. I shift to black hot here so you can see them kind of move. Then I go to, I forget the name of this feature, but I'll kind of update you in a future video what it's called. But back to white hot, and you can see these animals. And with the Mavic 3T, you can do some different settings. And there's looks like the poop or urine behind the deer there, the deer in the lower right. The other deer's coming down to kind of sniff, I think. So I don't know if it's urine or poop. Size of the spot, I would guess urine, but not really sure. So it comes out of the animal at relatively high temperature, lands on the ground, and then it's easily seen with the IR camera. But here I am right above the deer. They're perfectly fine, not disturbing them. Another bird flies through. Pretty cool on the lower right, and you can kind of see the signature there. But kind of a great night. Learned a lot about flying in the morning and flying in the evening. It's the same area. The different movement of animals, the impact of kids home from school or whatever, people out with their dogs. This is a residential area where people are walking dogs. Traffic varies throughout the day, and these animals have certainly adjusted to that. So I just spent some time above these animals, kind of wanted to get some good thermal impressions of these particular three, and testing and practicing with the Mavic 3T drone, and wanted to kind of share these sightings or observations with you. I'm just above. I'm kind of yawing to see, if the movement of the drone impacts the animals at all, and it absolutely doesn't. So I'm kind of moving along here, kind of following the deer as they kind of graze in this particular field. Those thermal signatures that look very linear are shrubbery that runs along this kind of a lane here, and you can see these vehicles parked in the view there. But you can do things in late spring, early mid spring, whatever we are. We're April in the upper Midwest. I guess that would be mid-spring. But kind of going back towards that original area here, there's the mixed kind of timber, and I'll fly kind of back in that direction. But overall, a great kind of two different scenarios, morning and evening. Things heat up during the day and they hold their heat a little bit longer. So, but we still have a very good thermal differentiation, and we can very easily find animals in April in the upper Midwest, like 36 degrees in the morning and 56 degrees in the evening. And here's what we saw. And there's those original deer trails. There's another, I think there's a squirrel going through there, but learned a lot. Drone Deer Services, contact us by email. We're willing to help anybody. In fact, I just helped a person make a decision on a drone. But I'll answer any questions I can. I'm not an expert, but I learn every time I fly. And if you like our videos, like and subscribe. If you don't, let us know via a comment, and we can certainly help you out. Thank you.